Hello, my guys. Welcome to another episode of the Microwave Kicks. It's Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal signing any other player in this transfer window. Definitely. Now, let's start with Chelsea. Let's talk about Chelsea. Who is Chelsea going to sign? Because, yes, this is the summer transfer window. So many players are going to leave. All right. Many as 9 players or even more are going to leave Chelsea. You know, the likes of Nkunku, the likes of Disasi, Raheem Sterling, Chilwell, so many of them, are going to leave Chelsea this summer, and they are going to be void in there because when you lose the likes of Nkunku and you lose other players, remember Jadon Sancho is gone already. Other players needs to, come into the team and help, in terms of squad depth and everything. Chelsea are going to play so many competitions this season. Chelsea are going to play Champions League, FA Cup, Premier League, so many games, and you can't overwear those players. You need squad rotation. You need so many players to actually come in and help the team. Now, who are these players that Chelsea are interested in signing? Who are these players that Chelsea wants to sign? Now, before we go into it, if you're new to this channel, you know what to do. Support the family, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Most importantly, share this video and always share your thoughts in the comments. It encourages me and it encourages, the page as a whole. So let's get into it. Now, let's start with this issue first, concerning Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho suitors believe, according to the Telegraph, Garnacho suitors believe he could now be snared for around 40 million. So anybody that wants to buy Garnacho should at least have 40 million. That's what they're trying to say here, according to the Telegraph. Now, who are these clubs interested? Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspur, and Chelsea are believed to be interested. Why? Because he wants to stay in the Premier League. Now, let's continue. Aston Villa, Spurs, and Chelsea are thought to be monitoring the situation along with some clubs overseas, although Garnacho preferred to stay in the Premier League. Like I just said, he wants to stay in the Premier League. And for you to stay in the Premier League, you need to get clubs that has ambition. You need to get clubs that are either in Europe or aspiring to be in Europe the coming season. Now, you're leaving Manchester United, a very big club. Now, you want to go to another team in the Premier League. Chelsea, Villa, Spurs, these are all the right projects for him. Now, it depends on who actually wants him more. I wouldn't say Chelsea should go, ahead to sign him, but that's the decision of the club. If the club wants to, we have nothing to do. But to me, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want it because of the kind of baggage is coming with, the problems he has already faced at Manchester United. I don't want that to actually rub off on the players and the synergy and the understanding of the players already at Chelsea right now. But if the director say yes, he's the player they want, why not? It's possible. It could be an understudy to Gittins, all right? He's still a talented player, know that. Forget about the off-field issues. Garnacho is still a talented player, let's not forget. And he still have the talents, but he just needs to be brushed off, brush up a bit, to harness those potentials, to show that, yes, I can do this and he can do it. So let's see how that goes. But to me, I wouldn't want that. But if the director say yes, then why not? So let's move to the next story. Let me know what you think also about the Garnacho story. Tell me what you think about Garnacho coming over to Chelsea and all of that. If you think it's the right deal, please let me know in the comment section. Now let's move to the next story. According to Sky Caver, it said if Nicolas Jackson were to leave Chelsea, all right, the 79 million Liverpool are paying for Hugo Ekitike will be used as a benchmark for the potential deal. It's getting interesting. So what Chelsea sporting directors are trying to say now is Hugo Ekitike is not better than Nicolas Jackson. And I agree. Because one is a Premier League proven. He has done it in the Premier League. His first season, he scored 15 non-penalty goals. Hugo Ekitike does not have 15 league. He does not have more than 15 league goals currently in Frankfurt. So one has done it in the Premier League. And last season, he was ravaged with loss of form and injuries and all of that. And Chelsea are actually thinking of a bigger plan, a better striker and all of that. Doesn't mean Nicolas Jackson is 100% bad. Let's be honest. Ekitike has done it in Frankfurt. He's young. Jackson is also young. All right? One has done it in the Premier League. Jackson has scored against big clubs. Liverpool, all of them. He has scored against big clubs. Let's be honest. But due to the fact that Chelsea are moving to a different direction, all right, doesn't mean he's that bad. He's good. He's still a good player. His hold-up play is there. His ball carries is there. His passes is there. He still makes assists. He still even score goals. He's scoring the final of the Conference League. He's made an assist in the just concluded Club World Cup. So that does not mean he's not good. So if Ekitike is worth 79 million, all right, then Nicolas Jackson is also worth that amount. And I say this with my full chest. Nicolas Jackson is worth the same amount Ekitike is worth. You cannot say Nicolas Jackson is less than Ekitike because this guy is also a good player, let's be honest. If Manchester United buys him, they've gotten a good striker, a very good striker. As a Chelsea fan, I wouldn't want Chelsea to sell him even to any Premier League rival because of how good he is. And he can come good. He's still a young player. In years to come, he can still be better than how he is right now. So that does not, let not us write him off, 100%. All right, he's not that bad. All right, now it's just that he's not clinical. That's just the thing, and he has to brush it up. He has to work on it, and he will get better. Now let's move to the next story. Now, according to Pletigo, it said Chelsea has a serious interest in Xavi Simons. I spoke about Xavi Simons in my previous videos. You can go ahead and check it out. I broke it down how good he was, how good he is rather, and everything. But let's continue. Chelsea have a serious interest in Xavi Simons, and talks between the club and the players camp have already started. All right, no club to club talks yet. Chelsea is currently the most concrete option. So Chelsea are interested in Xavi Simons as of now, and it's very, very concrete today because most media outlets are reporting it. Matt Law, Ben Jacobs, Fabrizio, David Austin, they are already reporting this story. So that's to show you how concrete this story is. Let's continue. It reads to be checked whether an agreement can be reached between Chelsea and the player. So if an agreement is struck between Chelsea and the player, now Chelsea can now move for club to club negotiations and conversations. Now let's move on to the next tweet concerning this same story. Now, according to Matt Law, like I said, Matt Law reported it. He said Chelsea wants as many as 9 players competing for their attacking positions in the forthcoming season, all right? And Xavi Simons is thought to be a realistic target. Simons is thought to be interested in the prospect of moving to Stamford Bridge. So first of all, the player has interest in coming to Stamford Bridge. That's one. So that's like a win. Because first of all, a player needs to have an interest in playing for you before you start negotiations or before you start negotiating with the player or the club. That's that being said. Now, the next thing is Xavi Simons and Chelsea have started conversations concerning personal terms. So that's how it works. Personal terms need to be agreed after the player showing interest in playing for your club. After the personal terms, then club-to-club agreements. Now, Chelsea wants as many as 9 players to compete in 4 positions. It's not bad in the sense that there will be injuries, there will be loss of form, there will be so many competitions, there will be so many games. Remember what I said? I said this in my previous video that there will be so many issues during the course of this season. Last season, we had so many problems, in Chelsea because of lack of form, lack of squad depth and everything. When Jackson was off, McGill was off, Nkunku was not putting in the shift. There was nobody to actually come in. Then at the time, Pedro Neto was not playing as a false 9. Then Tariq George also played as a false 9. So if, for example, 2 players got injured, all right, during the course of the season, or 2 players got out of form during the course of the season, or we had too many competitions to play during the course of the season, now we are left with 6 and 7. Now that 7 we share those 4 positions. 4 we start, 3 on the bench, probably 2 is out. All right, so it's not a bad one, and Tariq George will be in there as well. So we have 8, so it will be like 8 senior players, then probably 1 as Tariq George who could play still as an understudy and still learn the ropes in the team. Now, for Xavi Simons, he will be Cole Palmer understudy. I thought João Pedro was brought in as a Cole Palmer understudy, but because of what he has done in the Club World Cup, he deserves to be as the proper number 9 striker. Now, we need to get somebody who could relieve Cole Palmer of the job. You need to relieve Cole Palmer of too much stress, fatigue, and too much games. this is the kind of player you go for. If you have watched his compilations, if you have watched his clips, you will understand how good he is. He's very confident. He is good in ball carries. He's very, very accurate with his shots. He scores goals. He makes assists. I think he got 17 goals and assists last season in Bundesliga in 25 games, 10 goals and 7 assists. That was a very good one. The previous one, I think it was 15 goals and assists in the season. So he will give you goals, he will give you assists. He's very confident, he's very young. All right, he came from the PSG, from Barcelona to PSG Academy. Then he went to PSV on, I think, a one-year deal. Then PSG bought him back, then sold him to Leipzig. So now Leipzig are letting him go. Now the issue remains the price tag. 60 million is a bit too much for me, I think. You know, yes, he's going to have, he's very versatile. Remember, I usually say Chelsea want versatile players. He's very versatile. He can play in either positions, all right? But 60 million to me is too much. Maybe 45 million would be okay in today's market. 45 million, maybe 50 would be okay to be a Kopama understanding, because he's never going to start ahead of Kopama. All right, so Kopama will play. He will also share minutes with Kopama and start other competitions like the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup. That is his own competition. Then probably in the Premier League, maybe Kopama plays an hour. Then he can also play 30 minutes. Probably after the Champions League week and all of that. So they will know how to rotate this. You cannot overwork your best player in a club. That is what I'm trying to say. And that is what I don't want Chelsea to do in overworking Kopama. So bringing him in is a very good deal. Now, Chelsea has to structure this deal so that it benefits the team. All right, he's gonna work in the wage structure. But what remains is that price tag. So if they can beat the price tag, bring him down and see how it goes, then I'm open to it, because this is a quality player. This is a very good player who has his future ahead of him, who would definitely do well, with time to come. So let me know what you think concerning Nicolas Jackson. Let me know what you think concerning Garnacho. Let me know what you think concerning Xavi Simons and his price tag and his potential move to Chelsea. Share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, share this video. Always subscribe, always like this video. Until I come your way again next time. I remain your boy Mike Way. Stay cool. Cheers.